I thought I'd document some of this in case this turns out. This piece here is from an old guy up on my route who's an engineer, and I have no idea what this went to. I'm trying to clean it up, and maybe this will be a base for a table. So let's see how where this leads to. Okay, we're going to have to preheat this steel before we can weld it. It's too cold to weld as is. So we're going to preheat it with the torch before we weld it. Well, as beefy as this Miller-Matic 255 is, it's a honking machine. I had to switch over to some 045, thicker than the 035 wire that I was using. I've never used 045 ever in my life. This is the first time I've ever used it. I was on pulse mode, and in pulse mode, the wire was literally evaporating in midair, having it set at a 1/2 inch. So with 045 wire, I set it for 1/2 inch on this, what do you call this, a crankshaft for an engine? And it was burning into the shaft. I had to turn it down. And these welds are basically just functional. They're not made for beauty, really. I'm gonna have to maybe grind those down a little bit, sweeten them up, because I wanted it to eat into that steel enough that it would hold it. I didn't want it to just be a braze on the surface and then not hold it and have it fall over at some point. So far, this is working out. So here's where we're at so far. It's starting to look pretty cool. Contacted the firefighter that does the wooden tabletops. He's going to do 16 by 16 inch square, and then I can build a frame for that to put on top here. And this is, I don't know if this is metric or 1/2 inch, but I think what I'm gonna opt for is bolting a bracket on here and then weld my frame onto the bracket. I think that'd be a better way to go for attaching it to here. Ground down my welds and try to put in some halfway decent welds along the base, just in regular MIG. Used my Optral Swiss-made helmet. I've had zero complaints about this. This has really been a good helmet. And the reason why, it's pretty cold out here, I can see my breath, and the thing is, using my Miller helmet, they fog up pretty easy. And I tried to contact Miller a couple times on how they could resolve that issue, and I got no response. But so far, this thing hasn't fogged up on me. It's very lightweight, and I usually just use it for TIG welding because it's so easy to see through. But I used it here because my other hood was fogging up on me so much. So that's where we're at.